Hello, welcome to this Flow with Lucy session. Today we are doing a session around binds. So binding is quite shoulder intensive, so it's this act of taking the hands behind us in different variations and being able to kind of connect the hands behind the back. So this is one of the most common examples of a bind that we would do. We are going to also be using or have available, in case we need to use it, a strap or something similar. If you don't have an official yoga strap, you can use something similar to what I have here. A dressing gown tie, a pair of tights, which somebody has brought into one of my classes before. Anything that is going to just give you that extra bit of length. And we're going to work towards getting into a bind towards the end of the practice. Whether that be with the hands or using the strap. And we're going to start the practice today just by opening up the chest and the shoulders, which is going to allow us to get more deeply into that bind. So this is just a good way that we can start to kind of integrate ways to develop our practice further, because you can use binds in various different poses to make them a little bit more challenging physically and of course mentally as well. So let's begin the practice today in a seated position. If you would like to, you can grab a block just to sit on and give you that extra little bit of height, especially if you've got a bit of tightness in the hips and you find this cross-legged position not so easy. And we'll just start by taking a few conscious breaths here to settle in and drop down into the body. And just start to feel the breath moving deep down into the belly and feel the belly expanding. And then feel the shoulders relaxing as you breathe out and just begin to let go of the day so far, wherever you are in your day. Just allow any tension to leave the body now, relaxing all the muscles in your face. And see if you can let go of any of the heaviness on your shoulders. We'll take one more deep breath in here. Maybe a big sigh. And then gently blink your eyes open. We're going to make our way into tabletop. So come into tabletop, aligning the joints. Just take a moment pressing down into the palms and the fingers and the tops of the feet. And then on the inhale, we're going to reach right fingertips up towards the ceiling, opening up through the chest, and exhale to thread the needle. So reach your right arm all the way through underneath the left. Reach the right fingers away from the body. Rest your right temple here on the ground. We're trying to keep the hips up over the knees, so be mindful of them moving one way or the other. Keep pressing down into the tops of the feet and the shins, and then reach your left hand forward. You can press into the left palm or even claw with the fingers, which I find gives you a deeper stretch through this arm. See if you can reach the right fingers through a little bit further, but try and keep that alignment hips over knees. Draw your belly to your spine and then breathe deep. Well done, one more breath. And then as you breathe out, bring your left hand back underneath the left shoulder, press into the palm and come all the way back into tabletop. We're going to take it the other way this time. So inhale, sweep left fingers up, open the chest. And then exhale, thread the needle. This time left temple to the ground. Right arm reaches forward, either palm or fingers here. Try and keep the hips up over the knees. Maintain that alignment, press down into the tops of the feet and the shins. Draw your belly into your spine, breathe deep. Well done, last one in. And exhale, bring the right hand back underneath, press into the palm, back into tabletop. And we'll take puppy pose from here. So reach your hands forward, keep the hips and knees in alignment here and keep pressing down into the tops of the feet. And then reach your hands to the top of the mat, spread the palms wide. We want straight arms here as we melt the heart down. And just look back and try and keep the hips over the knees. And really melting the chest and the heart towards the ground. Forehead can rest on the ground, but we're not dumping in the head. So we're pressing down firmly into the fingers and the palms, the tops of the feet and the shins, and belly pulls to the spine. Nice deep breaths. Allow the chest to open. Well done, one more. Inhale, look forwards. Draw your belly to your spine and then exhale. Use that connection to help you. Send shoulders over elbows, drop the hips. Coming into Sphinx pose just for a moment. And then from here, we're going to take a nice deep shoulder and chest stretch. So we're going to take our right arm out to the side, but we're going to cactus it. So it's going to look from this side. I'll show you the left arm like this. So we've got a 90-degree angle. And I want to try and maintain that angle. Press down firmly into the palm and the fingers. And then roll open. So you're rolling your left hip up and coming onto your right hip. And you can just stack the knees. So this is quite an intense stretch. So just see how you feel here with the knees stacked. And we want to actively press into this left hand just a little bit to open up through the left shoulder here. And that's going to deepen that stretch for you in the right hand side. So just observe how this feels, and if you think you can maybe take it a bit deeper, you can start to bring the left toes towards the ground, and they might not make it, they might just kind of float here until you've loosened up a little bit. And then just close your eyes, focus on the breath. Well done, just one more. And then exhale, roll back onto your belly. Just take it easy, it's quite an intense stretch. And then we'll swap sides, so we'll take left arm out this time. Keep that angle, 90 degrees, spread the palm and the fingers wide, and then roll open. This time we're resting on the left hip. And again, pressing into that right hand and maybe floating the left toes towards the ground, or maybe you're able to get the toes to the ground. You can also just stay here with the legs stacked. It might be enough. Focusing on your breath. Well done, final breath here. And exhale, roll back onto your belly. And then we'll just press it back into child's pose for a moment. You can take your knees out as wide as you like, big toes together, bum to the heels, forehead to the earth. We'll take one more breath here, deep breath in and out. And then look forward, and we're going to press into the palms and come up into tabletop, preparing for downward facing dog. Press the earth away, tuck the toes and the hips up high, and find your downward dog. You can find some nice easy movement as you come in to down dog. Press firmly into the fingers and thumbs. Lengthen through your spine. Hips up high, pedal it out. Nice deep breaths. Find stillness for a moment. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. Lovely, bend your knees, look forward, and then make your way all the way to the top of the mat into forward folds. Inhale to rise. As you come up, sweep your arms up, open through your heart, and then exhale and cactus the arms. So we bend at the elbows, find that 90-degree angle, and then squeeze the shoulders together, press the elbows back, and draw the shoulders down. Open the chest. Breathe in and exhale to fold forward. Inhale for halfway lift. And exhale, step left foot back. We're coming into runner's lunge. So big step back. Back leg is strong, and you're going to place our left palm to the ground or onto a block if you need a little bit more height. Right fingertips to the sky and twist. Open up through that right shoulder. Breathe in. And then exhale, we're going to take this half bind. So we're going to take right hand to rest on the lower back, to the left hand side, almost onto that left hip. The palm is facing outwards, and we're looping the right shoulder back, hugging the left shoulder away from the ears as well, and letting the chest open. Breathe in. And then exhale and release. We'll bring right hand onto the inside of the right foot, and we're going to take our block and place it a bit closer to the foot. So you can choose which height you need for your block. We're going to come to a side angle. So we bring back heel down and turn the toes just slightly to the top of the mat. Press firmly into the outer edge of that foot. Lock this leg so it's strong. Hips forward, tailbone tucks under so the bum's not poking out. And then we reach left fingers up for a side angle. Let that left shoulder open. If your shoulder's dropping down, bring your block up a little bit higher. Breathe in. And then exhale for your half bind again. So this time left hand comes to lower back, to that right side. Loop the left shoulder back, let the chest open. From here, we're going to lose the block for a moment. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left arm stays here, right arm reaches up and over. Breathe in. Exhale back into another side angle, slight variation. So right arm is resting now on the right leg, palms facing up. Press the arm and leg together so you've got resistance and allow the chest to open. So we're going to use this to get into our full bind. So what this is going to look like, we're going to make sure that this left arm is still going across the lower back. You may want to use a strap, so I will demonstrate that as well. The right arm is going to come round the back of the right knee. And then we're going to see if we can connect the hands. And then what we want to make sure we're doing is not dropping down the chest. So we're still opening up through that left shoulder and staying lifted. So if you are like, no, that's impossible for me, I'm going to demonstrate how to do it with your strap. So for many people that might be a bit challenging if you're tight in your shoulders or if you just don't have really long arms. So what you can do, we want to make sure that whatever we're using here, we've got good resistance on it. So it's still going along the lower back. So we want to make sure that we're still going this way and not this way, because a lot of people end up just taking their bind here, which is not having the same impact, the same benefits. So we're going across the lower back and then round the back of the knee. So your right hand is going to grab that strap through the knee, and we want to have like good resistance on that strap so it's nice and tight, and we're trying not to let it slide over here. And then you can start to walk the hands in together on the strap and get a little bit more open in the chest and shoulders, but it might end up just looking like this from this angle and like this from this angle. So have a play around with that, because it does take a little bit of getting into sometimes, and then you might find that you can eventually release the strap and walk the hands in together, or you might just stay here, which is also fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to move into a pose called the Bird of Paradise, or working towards that pose in full. So I'm just going to demonstrate what that's going to look like, and then you can have a play around with it. So get into your bind first and make sure that you're in that bind. You feel confident and you've got good resistance on that strap if you're using it, and you're nice and open through the chest. And then we're going to walk our left foot in towards our right foot. So you can just heel toe or step to the top of the mat so that you're still in your bind and you're in this kind of awkward forward fold position almost. And then we're trying to balance, and we're going to be lifting the leg that we have the bind in. So the right leg is lifting, we're balancing on the left. We're going to slowly come up and try and straighten the body. And then find some balance if you can. And what you can do if you're like, balancing's not my thing, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that today, but you want to work towards it, you can use your block just to start to work towards it. So you can step forward, try and maintain your bind, step forward, and then maybe just work on lifting your right foot onto your block today. And then once you're there, you might even feel confident enough to stand up, or attempt to stand up and find a little bit of balance. And then we'll release and come back into mountain pose and just shake it out. It's quite a lot on the shoulder, on that right shoulder. And just find a little bit of stillness for a moment. Take a deep breath in and release with a big sigh. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Squeeze your shoulders together, breathe in. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back, this time low lunge, lower the back knee. Untuck the toes and inhale. Sweep the fingers up. Draw the belly in, lengthen. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, squeeze your shoulders together, draw them down. Exhale and release, interlace your fingers. Draw your knuckles down and then pull the hands away. from the left leg. Really pinch your shoulder blades together if you can. Deep breaths. Last one. And release. Plant the palms, step back into puppy pose. Take a moment here. Hips over knees, melt the heart down. Take a breather. And then inhale, look forward. Slide your hands in towards you. Take it into downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Give the head a little shake. Yes and no. Find stillness. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees. Look forward. Make your way to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale to rise, open through the chest. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, squeeze your shoulders together. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back for runner's lunge. Create lots of space between the feet. Right palm to the ground or to your block. Left fingers to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale for your half bind. So the left hand, palms facing away, comes onto that right hand side of your lower back or your right hip. Hug the left shoulder back, draw the right one away from the ear, let the chest open. Breathe in. And release. Left hand comes onto the inside of the left foot. Taking side angle again, so back heel comes down, turn the toes, press firmly into the outer edge of that foot so this leg is strong. Choose the height you need for your block. Hips forward, tailbone tucks under, and reach your right fingers up. Breathe in. Exhale for your half bind. Hug that right shoulder back, both shoulders away from the ears, chest is open. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep your right arm where it is, left arm reaches up and over. Inhale. Exhale, side angle variation. So left arm's resting on the left leg. Press them together. Use that resistance to let the chest open and keep the torso open to the side. And then we'll take our bind from here. So if you need it, grab your strap again and take your time to get into your bind. Make sure that you're going around the back of the knee and across the lower back with your strap and with your hands. Let the chest open up. Keep looping the right shoulder back. And this right leg is strong. And then we'll make our way into our bird of paradise again. So slowly walk your right foot to the top of the mat. And then start to lift this time the left leg. Straighten up the body. This side is definitely easier for me. Balancing on the right leg. But my left shoulder is definitely tighter, so harder in some ways as well. And then releasing. Once you've given that a good go, don't worry if it doesn't turn out perfectly. And use your block if you need to. And then we'll meet back in mountain pose. I'll just take a moment here, so if you're still having a play around with your bird of paradise, that's fine. Just find stillness here for a moment. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders together. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back. Lower the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, sweep the fingers up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, and exhale, release the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers, draw the knuckles down, pinch the shoulders together, shoulder blades, and then pull the hands away from the right leg. Deep breaths. And exhale to release. Plant the palms, step back, and find puppy pose. Slow your breathing. One more breath. And then look forward, slide your hands in, swing your legs round and take it down onto your back. We'll bring the feet to hip width, knees bent, prepare for bridge pose. So let's plant the palms down by your sides, press your lower back down and tuck your tailbone slightly. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, send the hips up high, chin towards the chest. Keep pressing firmly into the bottom of the feet. Maybe bring the hands underneath you, interlacing the fingers and walking shoulder blades in together. Press the arms down to the ground and hips up towards the ceiling. Final breath. And release. Release the arms, release the spine. And then just window wiper the legs a little bit here, left and right. And we'll bring the soles of the feet together now. Let the hips open. Tuck the tailbone under so lower back's flat to the ground. And we'll take a chest opener. You can cactus the arms or just bring them into a gentle bend. Let the chest open, shoulder blades relax towards the ground. Breathe deeply for a moment and just let go of any remaining tension in the face. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, pull the knees into the chest, wrap your arms around the shins, rock gently left and right, massage your lower back on the ground. And then we'll roll up along the spine or onto one side and make our way into a seat to finish today. Take a moment here, close your eyes down, take a few conscious breaths, plant your palms to the earth and ground down through the hands, lengthen through the spine. And take a moment of appreciation for yourself for being here. Breathe that energy into your heart space, that gratitude and self-love. And then inhale and sweep your arms up. Palms together, exhale, hands down into your heart, bow your head. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun and your shoulders are feeling nice and open. For more feel-good flows and feel-good content, please subscribe to my channel and like this video if you enjoyed it. Let me know how you found it in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you back here very soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day.